first thing off, a few weeks ago, Oscars, black folks basically non-existent. If it wasn't for Jennifer Hudson presenting and Halle Berry with the tribute to Lena Horne, you didn't see any of Oprah as well. You didn't see any of us. And so, what has it been like? Discussions you've had with people about the lack of black representation this year at the biggest entertainment ceremony, if you will?
I think recently we've had actors like Idris Elba and Samuel L. Jackson and Anthony Mackie speak out and basically talk about the dearth of good black roles and good black movies, which of course then brings about the discussion of, the need for more black production. I think it was definitely a huge oversight that there were no black males represented. I mean, I understand the heavyweights, Oprah, Halle, and Jennifer, but come on, we're much better represented than that, and you just did not see that at the Oscars.
No, it was sad, and I think that the thing we have to look at is supporting the things that we care about. Yeah. And we have, people turn their head when The Game got a 7.7 rating on BET.
Absolutely.
People turn their head when a movie jumps out of the box office. That's what we have to do. We have to empower people. And so we got to sit back and stop complaining and put our money where our mouth is. Don't complain if you're not willing to put your money down.
Right.
But then there's the argument that that money that you spend at the box office doesn't translate to Oscars representation because the people who are judging and the people who are voting are not us.
Well, then Lionsgate has to, and I start with Lionsgate because I'm talking about For Color Girls. Regardless of what people think about Tyler Perry's For Color Girls as an overall film, there are 3 actors in that movie at least that should have been nominated for their performances. Kimberly Elise, Anika Noni Rose, and Tandy Newton. And so we have to also, as filmmakers, challenge the studios to be responsible for making sure that the people who are voting members are getting the screeners and getting the assets that it takes to get our people and folks of color nominated at the major shows.
I'm glad you brought up Tyler Perry because here you got somebody who is doing exactly what we say we want black folks in Hollywood to do, owning product, controlling product, doing television shows, owning his own studio, providing opportunities, and it's still not good enough. Folks are still hating. I mean, what do you make of that, where all of a sudden Tyler Perry is now the villain in Hollywood when it's not like he greenlights movies at Universal,
absolutely,
Sony, and the rest of these places?
The whole thing is a really mixed up, weird system, because if you ever come on the red carpet, you will notice, and just come to any red carpet, and we've all been there, and we live on the red carpet, and you wait long and wide for someone that is in your peer group. And then when you finally see them, you're so happy. You're so excited. You're
I walked the red carpet. Karen was like, Roland, my dog, how you doing?
And it's a problem that, there's not that push either. And the Tyler Perry thing, I think, is because there's not talk of what Tyler Perry's doing. When you turn on the shows that we all, or the channels that we all represent, you don't see Tyler Perry stuff.
There are 2 elements. One, whenever I tweet or say anything positive about Tyler Perry, I get the most horrendous hate mail possible. It's really shocking. I mean, you've been privy to some of it. The other part of it is, Suzanne DePass put it best once at the American Black Film Festival. No matter what you think about Tyler Perry as a filmmaker, we have to celebrate the fact that he's created this environment where black people can work. So instead of his peers, the other directors, the other filmmakers, the other Hollywood people complaining about him, tap into this environment where you can get a project greenlit, where you can get meetings, where people are trying to duplicate his success. If you claim you have a better product, well, get your product done. Stop complaining about him and put that energy towards doing your own thing.
Here's the way I view it. I view it that you have Spike, you have John Singleton, you have F. Gary Gray, you have Antoine Fuqua. I mean, you have folks who do their own thing. I'm cool with that. Malcolm Lee and other folks, that's fine. I just simply find it interesting that he becomes the villain of what's all that's wrong with Hollywood when here's somebody who, first of all, cultivated his audience.
Yes.
He cultivated the audience before the big screen and worked his butt off in each of those markets to cultivate them, and they turn out when those movies comes out.
I want to tell you something. I was there the night that they opened Tyler Perry Studios and walked with Tyler and Oprah and Sidney Poitier, and that moment forever changed my life. Because I stood there and I watched as these stars who should have been acknowledged long ago by Hollywood, were acknowledged by this man, Tyler Perry. He threw an amazing dinner. It was an amazing night because you realized what he had accomplished. Some of those people who are writing in those hateful things, look, why don't you take a trip down to Tyler Perry Studios and check it out. And here's my thing. Sure, we're all getting tired of seeing men dressed as women, but look, I don't care. He's successful and he's doing a good job.